What's up, everybody? Welcome, everybody. Let's check out the microphone check right now. Are we live or not, guys? Welcome, everybody. Microphone check. Is this working or not? I think it's working fine, right? Or should I put it a little bit higher? And yes, Sergey, I have fixed something, if you know. That was such a stupid mistake on my behalf with the Russian militia clothing. I don't know what this. Let's see, guys. This looks freaking stupid. Let me just fix it. All right, welcome everybody. In this video, we're gonna be talking about a very hot topic. Nobody speaks about it in a proper way. So, guys, you're going to hear it first here in Igor in Russia. So, welcome everybody. How's the sound? Let me just check. You probably don't hear the music in the background, right? Oh, you do hear. You can hear a little bit. All right, guys, a little low for me. Well, yeah, I don't know why. I guess it's because this should be way higher. I guess this is better, right? Last check. And we're gonna go right to the topic. Yeah, it is. I can hear it is. Yeah, the music is not important. The topic is important, guys. So, welcome everybody. This is Igor in Russia, and I'm a foreigner traveling to Russia. So, this is the best channel to hear about traveling to Russia, sites, tours, all the things in Russia, because I am actually a foreigner who travels to Russia. I do the whole procedure. So it's a bit tough. It's tough to travel to Russia nowadays, and it's not getting any better with all the new legislations. For example, with the Russian SIM card, go check out my channel about that news, and some other stuff as well. For example, the topic in this channel as well. And also, there's hardships from the Estonian side, for example, or EU side traveling into Russia. Finnish border is closed, for example. Baltic states makes it as hard as possible for normal people to travel to Russia. So there's a lot of negativity right there. And in addition, there's a thing that a lot of foreigners have been afraid of, and that's hearing that they are gonna be interrogated. That's the word they use. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what this is all about, what happens, if happens, etc. You are welcome to push like to the video. You are welcome to support my travels to Russia with PayPal, Super Chat, or Buy Me Coffee. Links are in the description, and we have set up the Super Chat, goal right there. So be sure to highlight your comment in the description. Welcome everybody. Let's take a second to acknowledge some people. Sergey, Barb, Lingwapish, Emile Poggiogiano. Very interesting. Almost pushed like, sir. Almost is not enough. Guys, cheers to this evening. На здоровье. За здоровье. Hello, Akrazam. Welcome, everybody. So, guys, let me tell you how this possible interrogation, so-called interrogation, actually happened, and what to expect. Полковник Игорь, Karthik Kamath. So, guys, if you travel into Russia, you may have heard on YouTube about the fact that foreign citizens, people with a foreign passport, yes, also dual citizens included, might be actually questioned at the border. Um, you might be. And I personally can tell you that yes, that has happened, especially during starting in a bigger way during the autumn. Hold up. During the autumn of 2024. Let me know if the music bothers you. I think it's a bit stupid looking. Hold up. Let me raise this here. Oops. My Russian metro map gets squished. And should I put some more lights to this or not? I think it looks fine, right? So, yes, this actually happens, and there's nothing to be worried about, despite I know that a lot of foreigners are afraid of that. It's not loud. Okay. Hold up. Let me test this out right here. Hold up. Does this sound good? I want to do like this because it's way funnier. Let me check it out. Now I'm gonna... Yes, it does. It sounds amazing. I'm gonna fix this. This is not intended for this type of microphone, but so yes, guys, this happens, and I've been personally in it, and I'm gonna tell you what kind of questions are required. Are you should you be worried or not? All right, Barb, gotcha. I took out the music. We don't need it. Um, mm, I'm doing this from my phone, so that's why I don't have any like generic music in the background. So Emil says, first time I was in there, Vnukovo, September 23, and I was taken for a little questioning. All right. So this has happened before, but the reasons why it has happened way more lately is because of this, of course, current situation. Current situation with Western countries, not non-friendly countries, and Russia. And unfortunately, like we're talking about 95%, maybe even more, people that are traveling from the eastern, traveling to Russia, are usually dual citizens. They are people having families in Russia, people like me who love Russia. But, ordinary tourists are coming majorly from, we're talking about India, China, Asian countries, maybe African countries a little in a little way, and South America. But of course, huge numbers are way down. So people who are actually getting, so in a way, bothered by this, let's say, are usually the ones who maybe don't deserve it. But of course, the reason why you have these questionings is because the safety. Once again, all of these new issues, new laws, and stuff that have been applied are actually something that's it's safety regulated, and they're just checking out that the people that coming into Russia, they want to make sure that they are good guys and boys and girls. Hello, big nose monkey. Hello, everybody. So Emil says already we're gonna go into the detail. Then I'm gonna give you some advice or like something to be prepared of. There's nothing secret about this, despite some YouTubers making like interrogation claims and stuff. The word is wrong. but I guess it's also fitting. I was maybe taken because I moved and I was suspect, but I have back pain, two discs and shot, so I'm in pain. They took me thinking I was whatever. Okay, suspicious behavior. Yes. Hello, Isma. Are you the Isma that was traveling to Russia 2 days, few days ago? So they had this. The situation was that traveling to Russia was super slow during especially during the fall and especially closer to the holiday season. And the big problem was that people were late for 15 hours longer, etc. And beside and let's say in some buses there may be 50, at least 50% of people with foreign passports. So people were waiting huge time in the Estonia side. This is currently a way better right now. There's way less people traveling in January, last time I checked. And people were waiting super long in Estonia side. And after that, the bus couldn't go on because like half of the bus were actually waiting to be questioned, or actually the official word for questioning is actually interview. So when you go inside you pass the Estonian border, and we talked about crossing the border in the previous video, but we're gonna continue and focus on this questioning or interview part. So people went actually when you go through the Russian, first you enter and you have the passport control, and you give your passport, and if it's a foreign passport, and if there's a situation where they have advised that foreign citizens must be interviewed, or let's put it for YouTube's sake, questioned, or for YouTube's sake interrogated. So the situation was that you are checked. They're gonna check the passport. They're gonna check everything, that everything is correct. And right before the thing that you need is the stamp. And right before that, sorry, and right before that, they're gonna take the passport aside, and they're gonna say, "We're gonna call you up." They're gonna get you. You are going to get called, and you go back to the waiting line, while the people that have like only Russian passport, they continue going on. And if you're on this on the bus, basically all your friends or your people from the bus actually going onwards before you, and you are staying still on the Russian side, or on this technically no man's land, because you haven't been let through. So you are waiting for your call, and they start calling actually right after, basically when everybody, in worst case scenario, this depends on how busy is the shift, or how busy is the border, but you're going to be waiting there for a while. Last time I was in this situation, I actually had to wait, was it 4 or 5 hours? I was one of the first ones crossing, giving the passport, and one of the first one of the foreigners who was about to gonna go through, go to Russia. But I was the first one to call, one of the first one to call, to be wait for to be awaiting this call. And that situation happened that I had to wait actually almost, in this case, all 4 hours long. I was 5 hours before I was able to cross. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So you are going to get called back, and then you're not going to get your passport, and you're going to get also a piece of paper. That paper has different kind of information and questions, and remember, this is all about the safety, and maybe um, also referring to this current situation. So these questions are gonna be, I'm gonna tell you what kind of questions they are right after this. So let me just check out the some questions and people joining in. Emil says you're waiting for 2 hours in line for passport control and visa control at Vnukovo. Vnukovo is an airport in say in Moscow. So usually airports are better, and 2 hours. That's actually not bad. But it can be faster, it can be longer. It depends on the how busy it is, and depends also on the day. How do you manage the cold when waiting at the border? Yeah, people, there was so bad situation I've seen. Actually, in this case, when I was waiting for 5 hours at to be called for interview, it wasn't even my first time this year, last year. But so I was there was a, for example, a older lady, really old lady, and she was feeling really really bad. So yeah, some people probably get sick and get feel bad and stuff, and that's the intention of especially the Estonian side, I believe, in some cases. So, all right, we have Michael Portnoy. Oh my God, are you okay? Krasavis, мой дорогой. I'm good, thank you. Everybody, guys, remember push like, use super chat to support these extreme streams that I make. All right. Samuel says, I have a Ukrainian stamps in my passport from several years ago before the war. Is this grounds for more intensive questioning? There might be, yes, there might be. But listen, it's if you are all right, there's nothing to worry about. Simple as that. Simple as that. They can be, and if things are especially explainable, that's fine. So Isma has actually just traveled to Russia, and let's see what he says. This was my second time crossing Luhama border. Are you? Yeah, you went overnight over Luhama. Last time I had to meet two men and have a discussion. It took 6 hours in total for maybe five people. Okay, you have even worse situation. I had 5 hours with two men, yes, and and how many people there were? And there were maybe 15, I would say. So you had even slower day, like I said. It can differ. Yes, some taxis might not wait for you as well there. Anyways, let's continue. So you're waiting to be called, and they basically they want to make sure that you're a normal, good guy. And once you are getting called, you're gonna go inside a special room, and basically just some offices and office space, and they're gonna have a discussion. You're gonna take off your phone, and they will ask you to open it. Not necessarily, but possibly. So they're gonna check your phone, and I believe they're just making sure you haven't been in contact for some known, maybe contacts that they know of, probably something like that. Plus, of course, just they 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 watch in general. They might look into your photos, but not like glancing. They want to make sure it's nothing related to you know what, and that's I think that's a reasonable thing. And after that, they have this. They have also a sorts of questions. They ask the basic questions: where you going, why you going, and they check also the paper that you received, and you're supposed to have it filled before you go in. So, and that, by the way, that form has questions about: do you know anybody who's attending this special operation? Have you been in contact with? And what else? Mm, uh, these type of questions. And the one thing that is important, and also something that is connected to connected to the SIM card update, is that they're gonna get your IMEI email or IMEI. I don't know how to pronounce it. IMEI. Uh, what you call it? A code. So you're gonna provide that, and they're gonna just hit the information into the system. And yeah, the room might be a little bit very Soviet. Let's put it like this: the room is Soviet. People dressed something like this, and actually not necessarily even like this. There may be in civilian clothes. And yes, guys, and these people who are you talking to is are agents. You know the three letters. That's very normal. And yeah, and the thing why I do this video for is because, for example, I when I was coming back on that trip, I saw one person who was a subscriber to a Facebook, to my Facebook. I know him because he's a commentator. Hello, Black Cat. Nice to see you, my friend. So this guy was going in, and he was a little bit older, not a little bit. He was an older man. So I actually saw him because of his beard. And I went to him and I told him, spoke about him travel going to Russia while I was just coming back. And I actually decided, well, I'm gonna tell him that I'm gonna do him a favor, because um, this he's gonna shit his pants. People read these stuff in the news, so they might think about something really, really crazy. And I'm just saying, this is normal thing. It's about safety. Let them do their job, answer correctly. And also one thing important in Russia in general that I tell my people who are ordering my subscriptions to, personal contact to help with traveling, that you know yeah, Westerners might like to sometimes answer more in more words, but in Russia, in general thing, all the way from the Soviet era, don't don't say extra. Just answer the damn question. Why are you here? Going on a tourist. Okay, they're gonna ask you where you're gonna stay. You're gonna tell them where you're gonna stay, your reservation. They might ask you maybe something about from the form that you have filled. They're gonna ask you like, well, do you know anybody who's attending or take participating in this uh, operation, or well, fighting against Russia, something like that. I don't know. So answer those questions. And yeah, meanwhile, this might be two. I had another situation where I was alone with a guy, and the funny thing is, back then that was my first time. I was filling the form, and I actually had a really bad, how you call it, signing. I wrote it in a really, and he was like, "Hmm, you didn't even try, didn't you?" Something like that. So yeah. All right, guys, welcome. We're gonna say hi to some people. We got Black Cat in the chat, the legend himself. We have Big Nose Monkey. Have you ever been in Volgograd? No, I haven't, and I know that Black Cat really wants, and many of you guys want me to, and I do plan to go there. Maybe this summer, indeed. And remember, guys, please push like. Let's get the stream up. I'm gonna continue with the story. And okay, how thoroughly do they look at like your camera roll? Will banned apps like Discord or Instagram be grounds for refusal for entry? No, no, it's not. There, I believe, and my experience is, your their intention is to make sure you're all right. They're not checking for anything like that. Most of foreigners, all of them, and Russians as well, do have the forbidden apps. Listen, you can have the apps, it's different thing, like to use them or something like that, so it doesn't matter, like seriously, don't worry. um, and and the apps are not banned, they are blocked. That's the difference, I think, or something like that. And yeah, a lot of Russians use them as well, so it's not even a serious, they're not there for checking your applications and your subscriptions. Um, all right, good question, very good question, Samuel. Brad Pitt says Brad Pitt was in 2023 summer 24 in St. Petersburg via Narva last year by feet over a bridge. Yes, and that's the only way to cross the border right now, because since February the 1st, the bridge is being closed off for renovations. It's going to be closed at least 2 years. There's a lot of speculations online based on how the work is done. People say it might be ready in time. Some jokingly say it's going to be yeah, before, it's going to be faster. And some people say it's going to be even longer. Actually, many people say it might take longer. That's so we will see. All right, and the question was long waiting in the sun, 4 hours, but no interrogations at all. Did they change something? Yes, in the summer, actually, 24, I have been in this similar situation in Narva. But like I said in the beginning of the video, it depends. It depends on a maybe on a shift, on a day, on the orders. It depends. But during the fall, it was very common that everybody, foreigners were asked question, not question. Let's use the words they use as well. They gonna People are invited for interview, and that's more best. Maybe questioning slash interview is the best description of the situation, I would say, for sure. Cheers, everybody. Um, yeah, people joining in, so we're gonna talk a bit more right here. Smash likes, like folks. Smash like folks, says Black Cat. Indeed, the best content about Russia on my channel. CB, hey brother, I'm from Pennsylvania. Just wondering if people from Russia or anywhere else in the world actually care who the president of the US is. I'm pretty sure people are interested who's president of US, who's president in Russia, China, and some important countries. They speak English. Well, good question. Listen, like I said, um, all closer to 100% of the people traveling to Russia um, are usually the ones traveling to Russia right now. Foreigners, it's a pretty small percentage. Not foreigners, I mean, sorry, people, um, non-citizens. I don't know. Maybe it's hard for me to tell the percentage, but people at the border don't speak English that well, if at all. If it's a foreigner, they do somehow manage through the interview, but the basic thing is they want to make sure that probably they're gonna check your phone and check the reasons to travel into Russia, and of course, same thing that customs and the passport control usually do. They want to make sure on what you overall, what kind of a person are you. So if you're looking suspicion, acting suspicion, and that's they know their job, so they know what to do. But the major thing here is, like somebody said, it might take a while to go through that. It depends on the day, depends on the what's the situation with how, is there a lot of people working, is there a lot of people crossing. So it actually might take hours or less. For example, like I said, in my case, my bus almost left me because I was there for 5 hours. I was the first one at the passport control and last one from our bus to enter. Not my fault. I was ready, but that's just happened. So me personally, I was waiting for so many hours. And guess what? The interview lasted for, I asked them to be faster. And actually, the bus driver just came to them, hey, can you be fast? We leave, we have to go. They go, well, and then they said, well, if the longer you talk to us, the longer it will take. So, they don't take bullshit from anybody. So, yeah, and the interview lasted like 7 minutes. I think it's like 7, 5 minutes for me, maybe seven. So, and after that, you have to, of course, go through. They're gonna get you. Then, yeah, listen. After that, they're gonna, when everything's fine, you go back, and you have to wait for your passport. It takes few minutes before they bring back your passport with your immigration card, and they just stamp you. They might be already stamped as well. If not, then the official passport control will stamp the already prepared passport. Remember, the only thing that was lacking was the stamp. After that, normally you have to go through customs, and then you're free to go. So that's the interesting. And I'm gonna tell you actually one thing: the form that you're gonna get when they refuse to let you through and ask you to go back and wait for the name calling. for your name call. The I think even the paper was only in Russian. So, but there's always some Russian people that help out. People who are traveling. So, or use your phone with Google Translation. The visual translation. All right, guys, let's go back to some questions before I continue with my insight into the interviews of at the border or interrogations. What's up with the blinking light in the background? Don't you like it? I think it's my that's something that I put off to make this live streams even more nicer. What the hell? And guys, if you want to support the channel, you can use the super chat, PayPal, or buy me coffee. I will get notification, and I always respond. All the donations are going back to one, first of all, to cover the computer fees, which is right there, the new old computer, and the travel and expenses that I'm planning to do this spring already, like soon, and summer as well. All right, let's go back to some questions and comments. When I crossed the border at Narva last summer, they didn't check my bags, they didn't check my phone, they didn't interrogate me. It all went very easy. Yes, and this was last summer. Yes, and I'm talking about the updates after the summer. But it was a period, especially during the fall and winter, and all the way to closer to January. It might have changed. Last time nobody did that, which is fine. But there's one thing also that's if you have been there already, they should not take you in again. I was because I had to take my new passport for my new Russian visa, so I was a new customer, so to speak. So there you go. What you guys talking about? Some black cat 40s. What 40s? 40s. There you go. Black cat has the greatest message ever. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and become a member. Yes, indeed, sir. And thank you so much for your support, continuous support. Black Cat is the community leader, long time, 3 year subscriber, the king moderator. And Minsk, let's go. Yes, and Minsk is definitely on the bucket list. I'm just wondering, am I going there via? Should I go there? I want to go there from St. Petersburg. That's the thing. I want to go there from St. Petersburg probably, and I might go from Belarus to Lithuania or back to St. Petersburg. That's kind of a question that I have been preparing. Yep, and some indeed. We got Norwegian nationalists here. I also crossed at Narva last year with an e-visa. They didn't ask me anything, didn't even speak English. Just look at my visa. That's very normal, yes. Did something on computer, stamp my passport, and that was it. Yeah, guys, when you are getting your e-visas, uh, part of the things I have been already checked while the procedure as well. But sure, they might check you also. And remember, it depends on the time. But in case it happens, you know why you don't get sweating and stressing. Because I know it can be super stressing for you guys who are traveling there, especially the first time, or if you still quite well, you guys, even though you have traveled to Russia, those who have, you still might be very very, stressed if you all of a sudden something happens that you're not prepared for. So yeah. Do you drive with a car? Well, it's very hard to drive your own car to Russia because of the situation. Finnish border is closed. Estonian Narva border bridge is closed, so it's only pedestrian. The only way to travel to Russia, I think, is basically Luhama and other borders, some other less known. So if you're traveling by car, you have to have your own reservation, which takes weeks ahead or maybe months to reserve. And if you go there without the reservation, I'm not joking. I seriously know that some people were there for 7 days, or was it 4 or 7 days, without moving. 7 days at the Estonian border without being called to drive in. So all this is, and this is, Estonian and European stuff. In Russia, you can drive in with a car and do the same things, but in order to exit European Union, it has intentionally been done super hard. And then there's of course the question about the what you call as not guarantees, insurances. The question about insurances due to the situation, the international what you call those insurance deals are no longer in are valid. So that is why basically you have to buy you have to buy an insurance on the Russian side, and I know it's a bit pricey for foreign cars. Sure, way less than in Europe, but still way more than it should be, or it has been. I'm gonna get into your questions. Would love to see some videos about that new border procedure for foreigners from Russia to Belarus. Samuel, I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. Trust me. I'm gonna do that. Um, I'm gonna do that for sure. I have my own interesting questions, like where does it where do they check your passport, and where does this new law between the two countries take effect? And you're able to where they see your Russian visa and they say, okay, let's go to Belarus, and vice versa. Yes, guys, pitch in with the super chats. We have a goal to reach, so I can travel, and of course, not for fun. I do this because I love, for the love of it. We got Brad Pitt. The only thing I learned at my first visit is to have everything prepared and keep perfect bank notes for change. That is, yes, that is good. That is correct. If anyone ever watched those border guard shows from America, Australia, they often stop people for interrogation, normal in any country. Russia has been little on edge now for obvious reasons. No worries. Exactly. That is very nicely put. Very nicely put. It's just because people might be on, stressing about this because of pop culture, FSB and all this. So after all, they're just people doing their work, and that's what that's there for, to make sure that none of the bad guys come in, and respect for that. Yes, you can also from Turkey. Emil, do you mean like by car? By car from Turkey, it's a bit rough. But are you talking about just general traveling to Russia? Yes, there's other countries as well. But somebody asked about how to drive a car in. So yeah, sure, Kazakhstan is another way, but depending if you're from the west, that's a bit a longer trip to be done. Do you use facial identification? Me in Russia, no. You need, for example, did you know that in Russia you can pay with a smile? It's literally pay with a smile, but that's like biometric stuff that you need to update in the bank. If you do the SIM card stuff that I told you about on my channel, then actually you will be able to do it, because they're gonna have your voice, your face recognition, voice recognition, all of the above. And but I don't have it yet. But yeah, in and you there's a modern ways of paying. There's not like heavy machines like in the west. They're like a thing with a little screen on it. You just press your card and you pay with a card, or you can actually just choose pay with a smile, and you just like, and it takes and your payment and your payment goes through. Russia is very advanced. I love it. We got some nice questions and discussions, my friends. What we talking about? Is this new Belarus-Russia agreement like Schengen? Yeah, it's basically like Schengen, indeed. Even though Schengen is one area, and this technically is something that's Belarus like agrees on recognizing, and vice versa, and Russia recognizes Belarusian visa. But in Schengen, it's like one visa for you have one entry of one country that you apply your Schengen visa from, and then you can travel Schengen, except that you have to be most of your days, travel days, spent in that country. Uh, there's less bureaucracy, I believe, in this thing that Russia and Belarus have. Yes, and Samuel says about the new Belarus Russia thing. Guys, check out my video with the Irish guy in Belarus Irish Partisan. It's on my channel. It's on my channel, so you can go check that out. Where we're talking about this Belarus travel from Russia and vice versa. We do the same in Europe. In Norway, we don't have rabies as an example. The last case was 200 years ago. But all air routes are open between Belarus and Russia are open for foreigners. Yes, that's one of the great things, by the way. You can fly to Minsk, but if you're in St. Petersburg, it's uh, overnight train to Belarus. That's totally fine, I think. We got Emil in Budapest, Hungary. I can go to Turkey, Georgia, Russia, or Turkey, Iran, Kazakhstan. Man, but can you do that visa free? I think so. I think Iran is also visa free now. I know this because I actually want to go there. Um, what about asylum? Asylum is possible, yes. I think I have a little video about that with Braiden, like from 2 years ago. I think technically it works out that you must. I think I'm not sure. You should have some kind of a visa to enter, maybe a tourist visa, and then you apply for asylum. I think it's like that. Paul says, "Can an American visit safety?" Yes, definitely, 100%. Yeah, let's talk about the American. Somebody asked about having Ukrainian stamps, which is, of course, like a eye-raising thing. And I answered that to you guys, with if you have for some reason, for the reason you're going to be explaining, of course, if you get called, um, then yes, um, you're gonna be talked to, but otherwise, if everything's fine, you just continue. And Americans, I know Americans travel. I've seen Americans travel. There's nothing special about that. With an interview or without, there's nothing special. The same foreign procedures as normally. It depends on your reason travel to. If you're just normal tourists, alone, they might have want to know more about your trip. If you're American with a family with having semi-Russian roots, that's even easier. So it's all good. Have I talked to Toll Travels lately? It's been a while, maybe a couple of weeks, but I knew the situation that you also updated for me in the last stream. Do they need traveling health insurance, guys? Black Cat has an excellent question. So all of the visas require you to have a health insurance. Well, actually, not health insurance. Travel insurance, and that's one of the things that people from around, people subscribing and people asking for help usually asks for that, because in some countries, I think UK, maybe, I'm not sure. Then there was Holland, I think, or Denmark. They don't have companies that it's basically annoyance, but they do have companies that um, don't want to provide travel insurances to Russia. which is funny because if you get a if you have a travel insurance with a company, they should, and that includes all countries. I don't know how they're able to just all of a sudden change the the rules of your services. All right, Toll Travels might be in St. Petersburg soon. That would be great because I want to do a proper stream. We have done interviews and online chats. I have interviewed him while he um, was in December with Toll Travels. Go check out his channel. I was with him, interview, talking to him about life in what you call that, Transnistria, which is this Soviet part of Europe, very very Russian. So, but it would nice to do like a. I have an idea for a certain video that we have talked about. I traveled in Russia last October without health insurance, and I had no problem. I didn't know it was required. But how did you get your visa? Because the visa requires you to have an insurance. Please let us know. Then we have. Hold up. I really enjoyed the new video about the old apartment in Tver, Big Nose Monkey. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was something I had to look for, and I found it. So that's one quite rare video. Nobody does that in YouTube. So thank you for commenting. We got Samuel. Thank you so much for your super chat, my friend. And it's so easy to use super chat. You support your channel, you support your local Igor, and you get your question highlighted. And I'm gonna pick it up right away. Will they make you present proof of travel insurance at the Russian border? Hold up, I need to understand the question. Will they make you present proof? What does it mean? Present proof of travel. Ah, present. Will they make you present proof of travel insurance at Russian border? No, they don't. But like I said, it's supposed to be part of the visa. If you somehow got your visa without it, I've never, all of my, I don't know, probably closer to 100 times traveled into Russia in a few years. Like I'm not even joking. Close to 200 times, they don't ask you for insurance. No. What else? I was in West Germany when yeah, we're gonna go back to some questions right there. I have a dirt cheap travel insurance for about €8 a year. It was accepted in 2023 visa proceed process, and when I did the e visa, I just kept it with me, and nobody wanted to see it. Nobody wants to see your, yeah, that's true. But that's it. Doesn't matter how how expensive it is. It doesn't matter. You just need it. Of course, in case something happens, that would be a good thing. But the possibly that it won't be needed. Plus, you can use like private. In if something happens, not too serious, but you can use the private hospitals even from with your own wallet. Well, Black Cat, thank you so much. Looks like you're back home. Take the wife out and for breakfast tomorrow. I will. I will. I will take it. I will take her to dinner. Yes, dinner. It's called dinner. Yeah, I'm in Helsinki, guys. You asked, and currently waiting for my next trip. There's actually be a one trip before that to a certain location that I'll be making some videos. So guys, go. Yeah. By the way, if you want to support the new travel channel, it's called. I'm gonna do international videos that I have. I have a lot, not a lot, but quite a lot travel videos from around the world that I've done that are not necessarily Russia orientated, and they don't have a place on this channel or the other channel of mine. So I'm gonna be focusing on some international travel videos on that channel, and I'm gonna give you the link. I forgot to do it earlier. Is it here? All right, so the channel name is hold up, it's like that. I even forgot what his name was. Let me give you. I really want to. My plan is to travel mostly Russia and Russia-related places, Soviet places, but I do want to travel also elsewhere. Well, mainly because my wife wants to. Time to travel. That's the channel name, at least currently, and I'm gonna give you the link to it right now. Here it is. It has only some drone videos from Helsinki currently, but it's gonna change in just a bit. And thank you for a great question, comment, and your support, Black Cat. Here it is, Travel Channel. Go check it out. Time to travel. The handle is Time to Travel with Igor. Guys, we have 5 minutes left to acquire our goal for this live stream. Those who been wanting to support your Igor, your Igor, you can do it now. Can I extend? No, I can't extend it. All right, we got some other questions. Go check it out. How many countries have you visited outside Russia? And Doc Kisoki also answered your questions from earlier. I forgot to do it. Um, I'm gonna answer also to Big Nose in a second. So, how many countries? I don't know, man. I'm not a super traveler. I've been traveling. I'm super St. Petersburg traveler for sure. Like seriously. But in addition to that, just to name a few, I've been to Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Estonia, Latvia, Germany, Spain. Well, actually, the Gran Canaria side of it, Spain. What else we got? Spain. Do, 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 do. I've been to Greece, Turkey, of course. And some of these countries, of course, have been many times, like Sweden, Estonia, Latvia. Um, what else? Of course, Finland. Um there might be a few more as well. There might be a few more as well. All right, we're getting Black Cat super chat, super sticker. Thank you so much. Uh, thanks for the info, says Barb. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. Two, I gotta stop, says Black Cat. If you want to stop, you can. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate this information in this video. For example, that's some pretty unique stuff. You don't hear about it from anybody. Sorry for looking like a little bit crazy. I think this looks fine. I think this looks better like this. So yeah, thank you for contributing to the channel. I appreciate it a lot. Um, and yeah, that's the unique stuff you can't hear from anybody. And if they do, they're probably watching my video and just sharing the information. We got Big Nose saying, I remember the live stream of yours one time when you explored an old apartment in Nevsky Prospect in St. Petersburg. I really enjoy your videos about old Russian Soviet architecture. Hey, thank you so much because they're usually not super popular. Well, the whole channel is not super popular because it's been shadow banned. But I really, really do love to do that. Like, seriously, that's my favorite stuff. That's one of my favorite stuff as well. That's why I love exploring. I love to go. Wow, 1 minute go by the way before super chat goal is stopped. I don't know how much did we get. Anyways, so I appreciate you liking it because if the door is open and if it's a historical place, I just go in and explore. I've done that few times. I think I don't know. Do you mean this was the summer or what summer video from Old Nevsky? Because I quickly can remember few times I've done this. Few times I've done this on my channel, and yeah, really love to. It's kind of adventurous. I guess I'm kind of adventurous in that way, and and the historical Russian imperial historical buildings are like amazing, guys. Like seriously, and they're so authentic because they're not renovated, which is kind of not a good thing. But because they're not renovated, you can feel the history, guys, like big time, which is crazy, like literally crazy. So yeah, that's it's nice to be appreciated in that way. And there you go. We had hold up. All right, and we almost got our goal accomplished, but nevertheless, I appreciate for everybody who's been hitting the like button, hitting the super chat to support the channel because it keeps the channel running, and that's like a hardcore fact. That's a hardcore fact for us, and that keeps me going and gives me the ability to continue filming and going into Russia. And as you know, guys, me going to Russia, as if you have watched them out of other videos, seen the vlogs or see the live streams that I talk about this, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to do this, the trip all the way. It's like physically hard. My record in a bad way was this December. It was 33 hours from Helsinki to Narva. Sorry, to Luhama overnight to Pskov and to St. Petersburg. 30 freaking 3 hours. It was that was even for me a lot, but I managed. And what I did this first night when I arrived late, I streamed. I filmed new stuff, and I tried to record as we speak. I have Kronstadt on here. I have Moscow, Voronezh. I have lots of videos being prepared for you guys. Um, to be honest, I like St. Petersburg, says Brad Pitt. It's not perfect, but the society is still in order. It's like a time machine. Very guys, we have intellectual, smart people here in the live chat today as well tonight. I agree, and I like more St. Petersburg. Moscow is more interesting in many ways, but there's more different kind of stuff that you appreciate, history, etc. In St. Petersburg. It's just like a time machine, indeed, Soviet time machine, or you can go, imperial time machine from the Tsar era. All right, and one of the best cities, and it's one of the best cities, and Belarus, Minsk, guys. I really want to show you Minsk with my own eyes. I'm really waiting for that. Hello, Michael from Washington State. Or we can all go to Lenino, not so nice. I forgot Lenino. Lenino was in, yeah, you told me about it. That's in Belarus as well. Time Travel with Igor is a new channel again. It's a new channel again. Yes, because I'm not satisfied with the YouTube shadow banning. I'm showing you unique stuff from all around the world. And, you know, and guys, my West to East Quest channel got got actually a little bit more views than my channel, which has 5 million views almost. This channel here in like few years, but I got in 1 year on West to East Quest. I know what I'm talking about. Black Cat knows that I'm what I'm doing. But that channel is for those who are interested in my other videos from all around the world. I might do some very generic tourist, not touristy, travellery stuff for in about Russia. But otherwise, I'm going with that channel. The explorations I have prepared from many countries, and I'm gonna do some more. All right, we got Xync. Hi, Igor. And guys, if you have a hard question, or a question you wanna, you know, really wanna get an answer to, you can use super chat. Remember, that's not much. You can use a little or support a little bit more, and that's depending on your situation. That's all fine. By the way, lingua pitch, it's time to travel. It's not time travel, but that's the idea actually behind it. All right, Xing. I plan to go in from USA to Abakan. Where's Abakan? Long airline flights. I have been studying Russian, but yet not proficient. Should I go through customs in Moscow or Abakan? Which would be better? Where is Abakan? Hold up. You're gonna go through customs when you enter a new country, but is Abakan a city or what? Hold up. And of course, if Abakan is in Russia, which I believe it is, you're going to be if they have a customs there, Khakassia, South Siberia. Wow, it looks cool, but it's not. I was supposed to. I was gonna say it's small, but it's 168,000. Over 10 years ago, 168,000. It possibly has grown. Wow, man, that is so cool. But anyways, if they have an international airport, which I doubt, you're going to be checked out in the usually in the customs of the country where you arrive to. If you go from Moscow as a like internal, if you go from like without leaving the international part of it, then you're gonna you will be checked in Abakan. But I'm pretty sure you have to. My guess, I'm not sure. You're gonna find out for yourself. But in Moscow, they're probably gonna check you in Moscow. Then you're gonna leave the international space or area, and you go to another one, to the internal flights. And I think they're gonna do that. And yes, going from Turkey sounds good. I flew from Turkey to Moscow for my first time ever. Go check out the channel. I have like a few, maybe how long ago? I don't know, a couple months ago, month ago. I traveled from Helsinki to Istanbul, from Istanbul to Moscow, and made a vlog about it. So go check it out about the experience. Make sure you have enough time at the Istanbul airport, which is huge, huge airport. Make sure you have like time just in case for switching the planes. All right, guys, you keep on talking, which is nice. We get Kalislav. Hello. I can't find the channel. You should have the link. Just click the link right there. YouTube feed. Yes, it's actually also it's pinned. It's pinned. It should work. But the handle, the at sign, is at time to travel with Igor. I was. What else do we have here? Xing says, "Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying your channel. And yes, I want to see St. Petersburg also. Thanks again. Awesome. But if you go in the wrong other direction, and you're going really, really far. But that's actually some of the places that I'm mm, planning to go to as well. I want to go to. I'm not sure how close is Novosibirsk to Abakan, but Abakan is the first time I hear about it. And man, is there a girl involved, or why are you going to Abakan? Big Nose says, "Are you planning to be in Russia for the Victory Day in spring?" So, guys, if you have checked my channel, from the starting point of my channel, I've been in Victory Day celebrating in Russia, and that's been the main reason why I started my channel. I wanted to see it, and I decided for the first time when I see it that I'm gonna film it. That was my start of my channel. The big mistake was that I didn't finish. I don't know why. I don't feel comfortable speaking Finnish for the camera. Well, it's normal for me, totally normal. It's not that comfortable, but I always performed in English rap music and stuff that I did. So it was pretty weird decision that impacted also my channel success. But yes, I plan to be. I'm not sure which city though. I have covered the St. Petersburg and Moscow victory days, both. I'm kind of an expert in it. All right, guys, let's do 5 minutes more unless we get some new uh, um, talking points. Uh, in Thanks to everyone coming today. You'll have a good questions. Appreciate you folks being chill, says Black Cat. Yes, we are very much in love, my. All right, I told you guys. I know this stuff. And yes, Abakan looks beautiful. Guys, let's hear Xing's story. Can we have a short story, public version? Uh, have you met already, or what's going on? Is this just an online thing, or not making it any less? I mean, but I mean, is it been online so far? And is this like the first visit to say hello? And or have you already met somewhere? And what else? If you would, man, I have an ideas. Like a tour guide ideas already for you guys, in case you would be like, if you would already met before this, then I would suggest you guys should just meet up in Moscow and fly together to Abakan. You could fly her into Moscow. This way there would be well, first of all, you will see Moscow. I don't know, do you have plans on the way back to see Moscow and St. Petersburg? But anyways, if you want to share this, it would be cool to read for the viewers right here. And sure, that's that would be interesting to hear how the story develops. I wish you the best of luck, of course. But yeah, don't in case this I don't know about the current situation or the at the time of the of your flight. If they do have these interviews, now you know what to expect, and your other guys who are interested in this, just be normally be normal, be patient, and yeah. But I don't know about the airports. I think Moscow airport especially is pretty effective because it's like the main city, number one city in Russia. And when I flew to, you can check out my video, like I said, about traveling um, mm, to Moscow from Istanbul, and it was mm, all the stuff that I experienced later in the same month through Estonia. It was like, man, Estonia was like a bad dream compared to this experience, flying into Moscow and seeing a little bit of my second favorite city in the world, Istanbul, the number one favorite city in the world outside Russia. So it was really cool for me to have all of these emotions. Vnukovo airport is well enormously big. I think I flew to Vnukovo. Yes, I did. Yeah, I flew to Vnukovo as well. But before that, I was flying to from St. Petersburg. I flew to Moscow. It was, guys, the first time I properly arrived. If you remember the summer of 2023, the first time I arrived to Moscow, and we went to Sheremetyevo, and that was also, I think Sheremetyevo is like amazing. How do you like this cheap Chinese microphone holder? It's a holder. This is not a microphone. The microphone is inside, which is also a few bucks. All right, here we have, guys. We have an update from Xinc. The guys who travel into Abakan across the world, like literally into the deep, into Siberia. We talked every day for over 2 years. We shared the same frequency on everything. Yes, the first visit, and I will find a teaching job and stay. I can't wait to just walk with her. Oh man, I'm really, really excited for you. That sounds very romantic. And you speak English with her, probably, right? Of course. Teaching job, yes. And if you need, let me know if you need some tips and advice. But yeah, job can be a little bit maybe hard to find at first, but just use your. I would say in general, like if I'm no like a guidance person, but a lot of foreigners end up doing some teaching jobs in Russia, right? And that is fine. We have like this Moscow, a Scottish guy in Moscow. He's a teacher, but he's not an English teacher. I think was he? No, he was an English teacher, but or was he? I'm not sure. Actually, not necessarily. And what else? And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But there's also a lot of options. There's a lot of options. Just follow your dreams. If you have some money on the side, start a business. It's pretty. mm, I don't know all the quirks and stuff, but if you need legal help, by the way, you can contact Braiden Consulting, link in the description. But in general, Russia is, you can pretty fast make advances in Russia with business. But just make sure that if you do the business, that you have the right to. If you travel with a tourist visa, you should apply for the shared values visa while in there, or find a way how to do it with Braden Consulting, for example. They can help out. Because after that, if you have the temporary residency permits, you're able to work or start a business, etc. But as a tourist, you cannot officially work. We communicate in Russian. Wow, that's pretty epic. Kudos, kudos. Just like Black Cat says, kudos sounds amazing. What else? Sam Do, hello Igor. Is there any particular question they ask at the Nova Border that I should be aware of, please? Well, no, I went through the questions. The question you can go back in the video, but no, just the basic stuff, and it of course depends on the person. If the person is suspicious, and if there's a reason to be suspicious, they're gonna, if they hear it, see that, hear that, they're gonna dig into that maybe. But otherwise, they're gonna ask you some just why you travel and stuff, and they might ask you on your opinion, etc. You know, maybe opinion on the situation. That's kind of a bonus question if they dare if they want. What else? And of course, just check your phone for any general suspicion things. But no, nothing's. There's nothing a big question. There's a form that you fill in before that. You need a translator, or use your phone to translate it. Then you go inside, and then they have the same questions and some kind of a versions of it. Very basic stuff. The reason why you travel into Russia, and do you have any, some kind of a weird ideas. Learn Russian customs. No whistling in building, no smiling in general. No, no, you can't smile. It's fine. Like seriously. And I've been smiled back as well. I have people asking what's my channel back in the day, for example. I said I'm filming YouTube. She said, "Oh, what channel?" I said, "Subscribe." She said, "I will." It depends. It depends on the person. Sometimes they're really strict, and sometimes they're super cool. And depends. I was looking into residency program. Your video was very, very helpful on that topic. I will contact them. Thank you, and use my link, please, and that's beneficial for you, Barf, and me as well. Barf Feeler, great story, Xync. Yes, we will wait for the update. Please, if you want to do some updates, you can write to me, igorinrussia.info@gmail.com. Big Nose Monkey 1234. What are the pros of traveling by train from Tallinn to Narva instead of by bus? Ooh, now we're talking about my um, one of the many expertise that I have. So, well, it basically, in theory, let's say currently there's too many questions with that I don't recommend it necessarily. I don't necessarily recommend it, but back in the day, the general difference was the bus took 3 hours, 10 minutes to travel to Narva, and then you got off with the whole group of people, and meaning at worst or best, depending on, well, yeah, worst for you, if it's a full bus, that's 50 people in line, and the bus won't leave before everybody goes through. So it took certain amount of time, and with train I was able to actually look into some timetable, meaning that I left later on a train. I was able to just cross walk 40 minutes from the terminal, from the ferry terminal all the way to the train station, have a coffee on the way, have a nice the fastest is 3 hours. Fastest is a little bit, I think it's 2 hours plus to Narva. Then I was able to walk across Narva and still be able to leave later than the bus with an hour, and do all this and arrive before the bus arrived to the border, and go through the border and not wait for everybody in the of the bus, and actually just and then if there's tickets available, go from Ivangorod separate on a separate Russian minibus company to St. Petersburg in 2 hours. So the difference is I was able to do it cheaper. First of all, that's a cheaper few euros, maybe 10 euros, 15, maybe 20, cheaper than the bus, depending on the bus price. Uh, Cheaper and faster. But currently, because something, well, lately in December there was crazy lines, so that was a doomed choice. Now the latest news is that the border is pretty. There's not a lot of people at the border, so it kind of doesn't matter. It can be a little bit faster right now and a little bit cheaper. It's $8. Well, now it's gonna be like $9. I guess they raised the prices. $9 is the bus from Ivangorod to St. Petersburg, which is also faster, and the it's like $15, $16 also raised prices. In Tallinn is the train ride. So altogether from Tallinn to St. Petersburg technically is a little bit over $20, while normal price is around 45 with bus from Tallinn. I know there's way too much information for you guys, but I have a lot of expertise in this. Um, Bar Feeler says my last name is pronounced like ah Filer. Filer, got it. Feeler, Filer. That's true. But yeah, I don't reckon necessarily advise going by train, unless, for example, last time I did, because the bus, usually last bus from Ivangorod straight to St. Petersburg leaves at 6, unless you want to go to the nearest city, Kingisepp, and continue from there. The last bus for Ivangorod leaves at 6. So if you are late for that, you have to book a hotel. Hotel was twice more expensive in Russian side, so I chose to stay overnight in Narva, which I streamed 2 weeks ago. So yeah, that's why I did like that. Guys, remember support with a super chat. We got a lot of people still watching the stream, which is really really nice. Join the stream. This is a unique stream with a unique information. Um, Sorry for my gut. I went through the Kaliningrad border a month ago and I didn't ask me any questions, just 30 minutes at the border, no stress. Exactly. It might be changed. It has changed probably after the peak, but it might come back. You never know when they do that. Plus, notice there's a situation at the border when they check everybody, like it was in the fall and the winter. They looked everybody who had a foreign passport, alongside with Russian or without. They checked everybody for months and months. So for now, for example, if they have a certain passports, let's say Ukrainian passports, yes, this. There's tons of Russian Ukrainians that have Russian Ukrainian passport, and so they do check them way more. They make sure that you're legally in the country or entering the country, etc. You do this and make sure your background. So they do ask for FSB agent to come and talk to you in separate cases if necessary, if there's some things in your passport. But normally, normal situation just like that. We got 5 membership. Memberships are growing thanks to Black Cat once again. Guys, there's tons of smaller clips from my trips for you guys on the community on the membership playlist. Thank you so much, Black Cat. I would hope that more people would, maybe I hope more people would get my membership because it can be very cheap or a little bit more, and you get a lot of background back info. Let's go through questions and comments we got here. Big No says, I was actually in Tallinn in early January this year. Me too. Me too. I visited, well, I was coming back, yeah. Visited a lot of good Russian restaurants. Surprised to see how many Russian speaking people live in Estonia, or at least in Tallinn. Well, you'd be amazed how many live in Narva and many other cities, Russian majority cities. Narva is 90 something percent Russian. It's a Russian city. And there's a lot of more of those. And that's the reason I love it so much. And yet Tallinn, it seems that easily depended on the neighborhoods. There are certain neighborhoods on my channel as well. Go check out map, by the way, if you want to see all my videos. But there's few areas, for example, that have Russian majority in Tallinn as well. What else? And yeah, and same thing in Latvia as well, and in a way in some places in Lithuania. Mm. Abakan is the capital city of Habasia. Hakasia, the center of the world, is near Krasnoyarsk. That's, man, I want to visit those places so bad. All right, welcome new members and thank you, Black Cat. What does the memberships cost per month? Exactly, the cheapest is 99 cents. Yeah, but you can choose. I guess there's a little bit. I cannot change because we have different members on different levels. But you got the €1, which is, notice I get 30%. I get 70% out of it. Only YouTube takes 30%. But yeah, membership one, there's a few dollars more. Then there's the $10 one, and yeah, I think that's the ones. I think there should be a bigger one in order. What kind of a membership should be if you want to support like monthly on YouTube, because you can do that also on Buy Me Coffee. But what's the price? The tier? What kind of a tier price should it be for a little bit higher one, for those who wanna support continuously and show support in that way? Um, every little bit helps the goal of seeing new places and things. Indeed, Black Cat. That's the thing. That's the thing. Indeed. Thank you. Let's celebrate your third super live stream. Thank you, Jack, for your super chat. I appreciate it. Спасибо. Is there any way if getting a tourist visa more than 40 days? I think the e-visa is 40 days maximum. The visa is 16 days, I believe. 16 days. It's valid for 30 days, but you can be in the country for 16. I believe it's like that. Yes, that's the normal thing in any visas, by the way. You can be at most half of the time in the country with the visa. And but that's the only way to get the visa. Back in the day, they, for example, in Finland, um, they used to give out. What do they gave out like business visas, and that could be 1 year, 2 year. I had a 4 year business visa, but they gave out like officially business visas for those who traveled a lot to Russia, and that was normal. And that changed because of the situation, because of the Finnish hostilities towards Russian travelers. So Russia took away these business visas from touristy purposes. Meaning, if you weren't traveling for a tourist purpose, they just, took you. Actually, they did not let you in the country and just actually annulled your visa. And that's the problem because you couldn't get through. You were stuck at the border. But that's normal because you were breaking the visa rules and regulations technically, even though you didn't know about it. I almost got stopped, but they said we're gonna let you through, but this is the last time. And after that, I get the visa that I have. Jack, thanks again for the wonderful support. Yes, indeed, sir. Is there? We got some Thunder Fox asking, "Hello, Igor. I'm Russian. I've never been abroad, but I'll soon have to move in with my Finnish husband." All right. Ah, hey, congratulations, by the way. Hello to Isma. Do you know how? Do you know if any interesting stuff that I encounter crossing borders, or it's all okay? Well, once again, I have to start by saying, yeah, you're already married, right? We got married with my Russian wife mm, during the pandemic, and it was a bit tricky because the borders were closed back then, like for everybody, period, like everybody, except for those who have um, right to enter. But my wife wasn't my wife back then, so she didn't have to. So she had to travel via Istanbul. Imagine that, 300 kilometers from St. Petersburg, but she had to fly from Istanbul. But that was then. Not yet, but soon. All right. Documents. Congrats, guys. So, um, all right. What else? I think no. If you have the papers in order, everything is pretty okay. You have. I think if you just got married, and then you would need to maybe make the translation and the what's the word for it? Um, apostle, right? Apostle. You have to do like the apostle in order for people to recognize your documents. If you've been married, if you were married in Russia, you should translate the papers. And then you can go through the borders easily. And I think they're just gonna. There's nothing special about. I think you're just a normal traveler in that case, meaning the Estonians want to make sure you don't have vodka, but and another forbidden stuff, forbidden sanction stuff. But you should check. Maybe Ismo maybe could help and contact the Moscow embassy, Finnish Moscow embassy, for more information. They will give you like unless you need this information. So yes, but congrats, that's cool. I thought I read 99 cents, says Black Cat, 199, 399, 999, 49, 59. I'm not sure, but the 51 is the 50 is the one for um, those who need my personal help with traveling. That's like a 1 month connection with me, and I do work a lot on that. So, but yes, so $10 is the most expensive. Maybe we should raise it up. Black Cat, what you think? Black Cat is the community leader, so we gotta hear about it. Moving to Russia, I am as soon as I get the chance, or at least start to work with YouTube videos more in Russian. I hope that's the next move. I pray to God. Ryan, nice to meet you. Hello, Australia. Здравствуйте, Игорь. Я работаю. Ryan speaks Russian. That's nice. Black Cat, the question is he wearing the Igor's Russian shops? Um, Russian McDonald's T-shirt, the one you guys saw in the community post. Go check it out. I think I'm gonna go to bed now. I got to test tomorrow. Thanks for the stream, Igor. Yeah, I think we're gonna do. Let's do like 5 minutes more. And wait, 5 minutes more. Last questions, guys. Hit in, and we'll continue soon. I have ideas for new content. Maybe newsworthy content, or not newsworthy, based on news like that. Yeah. Have you ever read Metro Saga by Dmitry Gluhovsky? No, but I have played the game. The game was so and so, but I like the atmosphere and stuff. But it got a little bit too science fictional in a way. I love science fiction, but it was like a little bit too, fantasia like. I don't know how to explain it. I like the post-apocalyptic stuff, but it was too like fantasia, just like not Harry Potter, but like Lord of the Rings type of stuff, ish. Some dragons and stuff. It was not for me. Mm. Thanks, Igor. No problem, Thunder Fox. By Big Nose. One is blocked for some reason. Who is blocked? I don't know. Dana says, nice uniform. Yes, guys, I got this in 2016. This is old militia shirt from Voronezh before my YouTube career. Still fits. I'm in Argentina with my daughter from the Philippines. Are you now? You're now in Argentina. Man, I really want to hear how's it going and how's life. And if you want to share a few pictures or something, let me know. A price point on the tier of membership. What's the price point? What does it mean? Man, guys, for everybody from the Igor in Russia community, we wish Black Cat a super awesome Argentina travel experience and relaxing time. Just gather energy, enjoy the, I hope, beautiful atmosphere, beautiful air, and the beautiful sights. It's simply awesome that you have. I really, man, I want to be in Argentina with you guys. Not just in bothering you guys, but somewhere nearby. We can have some local beer in the jungle. Dana, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. Hold up. I can answer here. Спасибо, Dana. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. Wow. Just want to say thanks for sharing everything you do. A lot of good information that is honest and real. So tired of the BS out there. John Dolde, the Burroughs pack. I get you. I really get you. I know what you mean, and I agree with you. And thank you so much for that. Gives me energy, guys. Super chats give me a possibility to do this a little bit better financially. There's a lot of work to be done with super chats and or donations, PayPal and stuff, but that's just reality, guys. Because I want to do this full time, and what else? And the thank yous and your personal stories, how my videos help you, gives me the spiritual support. So I want to thank you all for being so nice to me. And did I say correctly? Did I say John Dolde or John Dold? John Dolde, I think, right? Black. Yeah. I don't care about the BS news anymore. I find it very hilarious, even though situation is not. But still hoping for the best and doing my part. Black Cat will be fast week, just doing family time. That's that's a good and a bad thing. Meaning, if the time flies by, that means you're having fun, right? But if it goes fast, then at the same time it has gone fast. All right, thanks everybody for joining in. It's been a great time talking with you guys. I got some few ideas for new topics which differs from others. The insight that I have living in Europe and mentally being in Russia all the time, and also like just and sharing my vast knowledge about traveling to Russia, or experience in Russia as a traveler, foreign traveler. And also, of course, like we had the situation right here, I'm able to help you out and tell you something experience based, coming from there here, from Russia, for example, to Finland or Europe as well. I want to thank everybody. Thanks so much for your super chats. I really, really appreciate it. We're gonna do this soon enough. I don't know how fast. Tomorrow, the day after, and I actually like this microphone stuff. Thanks. Have a great day. You too, guys. Hey, Ryan just pitched in. Thank you so much. Have a great time. Grab a drink on me. Ryan, you know I will. You made a mistake. You know I will. But Ryan, I'm working on the video. I'm gonna do our I'm gonna re-release, guys, for the last part for this video. I will re-release the live stream we had with Ryan from Moscow, and the thing I've been supposed to do for a long time, I was supposed to re-edit the interview with the Australian in Russia. I'm gonna do that for this during this winter. So you're gonna see more of Ryan as well. All right, Barf, Filer, Black Cat, Ryan, Emil, Xing, John Dolde, right? Black Cat, Dana. Who else we got here lately? Thunder Fox, Jack, John Blackenberg, Ursula Tron, Michael Portnoy. All you guys, Big Nose Monkey, Sam Do. And guys, thank you so much. And I see you soon somewhere in Russia. All right, bye bye, everybody. Black Cat, you rock. Say hello to Argentinian people. John Dold, I need to send you some money to get yourself a few drinks and send my girlfriend. There are some flowers. Lol, take care. All right, just write to me. I can give you the link on the write to me, Igor in Russia.info@gmail.com, and we'll figure it out. All right, it's in my channel as well. This. Okay, все. Спокойной ночи.